How's it going, guys? It's Doc. The FOMC meeting minutes just dropped, and this might be one of the more bullish meeting minutes that we've seen in a while. We're going to talk about that in this video today. I promise I'm going to make it easy to understand. I'm not going to make it boring, but I do think there's some big implications to this because QT, i.e. quantitative tightening, I think it's going to be stopping here pretty soon. We're also going to talk about the debt limit. Again, I'm going to put a positive spin on this. I'm going to make it digestible. And then at the end of this video, we're going to talk about a new project that I think has a ton of potential. But before we get started, welcome back to the channel. For those that are new here, my name's Doc. Throughout the day, I'm a resident physician. And at night, I take you guys on my crypto and investing journey. I respect your guys' time. You know I do. We're just going to jump right into it. This is Bitcoin right here. Nice little pull up here, right? We're sitting at 96,500. I think at one point we flirted with 97,000, or excuse me, 97,000. We were a stone's throw away, as one might say. But what you guys are here about is we're going to talk about the FOMC minutes and specifically how this relates to Bitcoin. So I tweeted this out as soon as the meeting minutes came out. That's why you guys follow me. This is me right here, InvestWithDoc. And I'm quoting this, they said, in their expectations of Federal Reserve balance sheet, survey respondents, this is just people who sit on the FOMC board, on average saw the process of runoffs concluding by mid-2025. So what's the TLDR on this? This means that quantitative tightening is going to stop this summer, and it's going to be bullish for altcoins and Bitcoin. I have more thoughts about this. We talked about it in my Discord, which is completely free. I'm going to have a link down below. Again, I have nothing to sell you guys here. This is a completely free Discord. We're building an awesome community. We're talking about new projects that are dropping. I actually talked about the Fed meeting minutes here. I said that I think QT is going to stop in the next couple months. I wouldn't be surprised if the market tries to front run this and pivots, right? So, and then I mentioned I'm going to do a video about this today. So again, link down below, totally free. Have nothing to sell you. Check it out. So we said, okay, quantitative tightening is likely going to stop. And just for anyone who's confused with this, when we're talking about runoffs, all that means is the Fed balance sheet. So that's what this blue line is here, right? This is the Fed balance sheet. And when they're talking about runoffs, all they mean, right? They said the process of runoffs concluding by mid-2025. In normal English, simple English, that just means they're going to keep reducing the balance sheet with the goal to stop reducing the balance sheet in mid-2025, right? And this is known as quantitative tightening, right? When the Fed is selling treasury bonds and mortgage-backed securities, they're taking these assets off their books. And that's kind of bad for risk-on assets because you're kind of pulling liquidity out of the market. That's how I like to think of it. What we want in a perfect world is quantitative easing, right? This is this green area here. This is where the Fed is increasing their balance sheet by buying mortgage-backed securities, treasury bonds, things of that nature. We're not getting quantitative soon, but we're going to stop quantitative tightening. And that we've kind of seen that over here, right? Where this line goes flat, right? The buys and sells kind of equal each other. And anyone who's been watching this channel, I put this star here on this chart months ago. I've literally been beating this dead horse for quite some time. Not to toot my own horn, I called this a month or two ago. It's going to be midsummer, and I put this star here. This is June, right? I suspect the Fed is going to continue to keep reducing their balance sheet until June, right? And then after that, I think it's just going to be flatline. Here's what I have to say about that. Once the Fed stops quantitative tightening, the real bull market for alts are going to be here. I truly believe that. And why do I think that? Okay, so this orange line here, this is Bitcoin. And we can kind of see how Bitcoin relates to the Fed balance sheet. And the take home is when the Fed is increasing their balance sheet, Bitcoin tends to run. And when the Fed decreases their balance sheet, it tends to fall. Now, obviously, there are more factors at play than just this, right? This big jump up here, part of this was the election, right? But nonetheless, when the Fed stops quantitative tightening, I really think Bitcoin is going to be primed to take its next big jump up. And we can actually look at that, what I suspect Bitcoin's going to look like when it does do that, because I think it's telling in a lot of ways. So let me hide this. I really like this chart. this just shows how Bitcoin consolidates and then takes a big jump up, and then it consolidates, takes a big jump up. This was the consolidation of 2024. I think we're primed for this next big jump up, and that could be, I don't know, the 180s, the 150s, somewhere around there. I really like this tweet here. They're just saying, a couple folks on the FOMC panel, they're suggesting that we halt, right? Stop selling our assets because of some pending debt ceiling resolution, right? There it is. QT, quantitative tightening, it's coming to an end by this spring. And this is the most important part. Reminder that every FOMC member has to unanimously approve these minutes, right? So they all have to agree on these meeting minutes before they're published, right? So if everybody's on board with this, it's kind of programmed, in my opinion. This is a really awesome tweet too, and this is from Eric Rosengren. This is important, guys. He used to be the former president and CEO of Boston Fed. Like, what he says should hold weight. And he's saying the main takeaway from these meeting minutes is that there's going to be a more cautious approach to reducing the balance sheet. This is because there's some uncertainty with the debt ceiling and the possible impact on reserves. So guys, this is super important. The Fed holds reserves to kind of control just like normal gyrations that happen within the market. So this is a great article by the Wall Street Journal, and they say their headline, again, this is just from 4 hours ago, Fed officials weighed possible changes to balance sheet runoff with the debt limit looming. And what they're saying here is at some point we are going to have to vote on the debt ceiling, right? And there's concerns that if we don't resolve that, the Fed may run out of money. Well, if the Fed is going to run out of money, they're not going to want to be reducing their balance sheets, right? They're going to want to have some money for a rainy day. So this is all bullish, in my opinion. Really what this says is the Fed is going to stop reducing its balance sheet in just a couple months. And guys, I'm filming this on February 19th, right? Mid 2025 is literally just 2 or 3 months away. And I think once that happens, we're going to see a big jump in alts. Global liquidity has expanded by $2.7 trillion since the end of the year. Generally, there's a 3-month lag until it filters through to risk assets, i.e. Bitcoin. Quantitative tightening, it's tapering. This seems like a good setup. All right, so speaking of global liquidity, we can see right here on the bottom. I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit. What we're showing here is this global liquidity, it's about to cross one of its moving averages. And this is typically bullish for risk on assets like Bitcoin, right? So they're saying global liquidity is set to reverse, marking the true beginning of a Bitcoin bull run. And I don't know if I'm as optimistic as these folks. These guys are saying the bull run could go all the way up to 330,000. It could. I hope it does. And if it does, right, I'll be rooting for it. I kind of think we're going to be in the high 100s at the end of the cycle. But honestly, time will tell. Down below is going to be my BTCC link. Guys, you can get 10% bonus on first-time deposits plus an extra 10 grand a year in rewards. This is a no KYC, no VPN exchange. They've been around for over 12 years. These guys are really solid. Plus, you can do super high leverage trading. Personally, I kind of do 4 or 5x leverage trading. I'm actually going to come out with a video on leverage trading. So if you're interested in that, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. But link's going to be down below. They are a partner of the channel. If you get any value on it, let me know. Okay, we already talked about the Discord. I'm not going to show this too much. It's totally free, guys. I would highly recommend checking it out. This is me on YouTube, and the reason I'm showing this page, I generally just want to say thanks. I've grown at a rate that I honestly wouldn't expect. I only have 61 videos out. I'm closing down to 3,000 subs. I genuinely appreciate all of the support. Okay, Evergrow 2.0. Before we talk about this, I have not been paid in any way to talk about this project. I did not receive tokens. The team did not pay me. I bought into this project on their fair launch. And one of the reasons that I really like this is they legitimately took 100% of the tokens, put it in an LP, and announced it on Twitter and Telegram. Probably one of the most fair launches I've ever seen. I am a bag holder. That's why I'm talking about it. And I'm a bag holder because I'm like super excited about the project. You guys all probably remember Evergrow from the bull cycle in 2020, 2021. And Sam was kind of the leader of this. And Sam, in my opinion, kind of screwed a lot of folks over. So this team, Evergrow 2.0, they're relaunching, right? And this is really cool because they have a 4% buy and sell tax, and that tax is actually distributed to holders in stable coins, right? BUSD rewards. So this is great because it can create like a compounding effect. Folks take their stablecoin BUSD rewards, they buy more Evergrow, that increases the size of their bags, which then in turn could increase the size of their rewards. So this is them on Dex Screener. This is actually a super bullish chart. We're seeing higher highs, higher lows, and this is them on Dex Tools. Again, to me, this is a super bullish chart. Now, guys, this is a small project, right? They literally have a market cap of about $185,000, about 246 holders. I honestly think this project can run to $5, $6, $7 million, if not more. The original Evergrow from last cycle hit a $1.5 billion market cap. This is a fraction of this. You're still early. Again, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but honestly, I'm excited about this project. That's why I'm sharing it here with you. And it's about to hit all-time highs. Guys, FOMC meeting, kind of interesting. We learned a lot of cool things about Bitcoin. I really think quantitative tightening is going to stop in just a few short months. I want to know your guys' opinion though. Let me know down below in the comment section. I read all the comments and I'm genuinely curious what you guys think. Do you think quantitative tightening is going to stop? Do you think that's going to lead to a bull market? Let me know. If you guys got any value out of this, hit the like button, subscribe, comment. It genuinely helps me out and I really do appreciate it. Plus it helps push more crypto content to you in the algorithm. All right, guys, I really appreciate it. I'll see you on my next video.